And off we go from Denver. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is McCaffrey on the give. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to throw here. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener. Now the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes, left side. The 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Miles Sanders, 75 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with the first. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would...
Touchdown, Broncos! Cooper Kupp, 31 yards, and the Broncos have taken the lead. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Touchdown, Bears! Laviska Shenault, 54 yards. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 11. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Watch 14, watch 14. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll look to throw here. A quick pass to Cup. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. This is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Big hold of the 30. And he's going to get this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Oh, design run for their wideout. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They find some open field here. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. A huge play there on the screen pass.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he's got it. McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Again, McCaffrey. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Christian McCaffrey. Fine work there on the touchdown run as the Bears push further out in front. And his kick is no good. Misses the PAT, a mistake there, and this remains a 7-point game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Rashawn Gary just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4, 2nd and 6. He has just eclipsed the 13,000-yard mark for his career. What a career it's been. Incredible running the football. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down inside the 15 he goes.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus, and indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Going for it with Sanders. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll start from their own 5, so you'd have to imagine they'll stay conservative. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. They'll throw now on the final play. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
99 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Back to throw. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Another run with Sanders. Sanders has the first down and much more. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Miles Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
2nd down at 4. Now back to throw. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On second down, McCaffrey. We're still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Kill.
60 Bison.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Sanders, a first down, still going. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 170 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. On play action, they'll throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
They'll drop to throw. It's caught by Sanders. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
An option handoff given to Sanders.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Broncos have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll go again with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll set up to throw. Steps away. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 44 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the 2nd half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to... And the Broncos get there and take him down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 15. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. A handoff left. McCaffrey. Down to the 25. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. He'll drop to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Finding some room at midfield. 30. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Miles Sanders with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Broncos on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
They'll set up a throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return.
And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Second down, here's an option right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Looking to throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And it's a fake. He's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. This is McCaffrey on the give. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey, and he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. They'll try and run it in. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. It was an incredibly gutsy call, but they've taken the lead by a point late in the game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Nixon now from his end zone. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. They'll look to throw.
Into the hands of Sanders. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.
So for Chicago, they can breathe a sigh of relief as they're able to eke out the 1-point victory here in the opener. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.